Every time Miley Cyrus steps into the spotlight, controversy seems to follow, and her recent bikini photos are no exception. Branded by some as inappropriate even for adults, the images have sparked heated discussions across the internet. But beneath the dramatic headlines lies a deeper story about fame, identity, and society's shifting comfort levels. Miley's career has been defined by transformation. Unlike many artists who carefully manage a consistent image, she has embraced change openly and sometimes aggressively. That willingness to evolve has earned her both admiration and criticism. When her bikini photos surfaced, they were immediately filtered through that history, intensifying reactions before the images could be viewed on their own terms. For critics, the photos cross an invisible line. They argue that the presentation feels excessive, deliberately provocative, and designed to attract attention through shock. To them, the concern isn't just about clothing, but about tone and intent. This view often frames the photos as part of a larger pattern of pushing boundaries for reaction rather than expression. Supporters see it very differently. They view the backlash as another example of society struggling to accept women who openly own their bodies. From this angle, the outrage feels disproportionate, rooted in discomfort with confidence rather than any real issue of appropriateness. They argue that adult self-expression shouldn't require public approval to be valid. The phrase, even adults, is particularly revealing. It suggests a universal standard of decency that simply doesn't exist. What's acceptable varies widely across cultures, generations, and personal values. Miley's photos sit right at that fault line, where personal freedom meets collective judgment. Media framing plays a huge role in escalating the reaction. Sensational headlines are designed to provoke clicks, not thoughtful discussion. By presenting the images as something viewers must watch, the focus shifts from interpretation to outrage. Context is stripped away, and the narrative becomes more extreme than reality. It's also impossible to separate this moment from Miley's public identity. Because she refuses to fit neatly into any one box, every appearance becomes symbolic. The bikini photos aren't just photos, they're treated as statements, whether she intended them to be or not. Interestingly, Miley herself rarely seems fazed by these reactions. Over time, she has shown a willingness to accept criticism as the cost of authenticity. Rather than retreating, she continues to present herself honestly, even when that honesty makes others uncomfortable. Ultimately, the controversy says less about Miley Cyrus and more about the audience watching her. It exposes lingering expectations, unresolved discomfort, and the ongoing debate over who gets to define appropriateness. In a world where boundaries are constantly shifting, figures like Miley act as mirrors, reflecting society's contradictions back at itself. So while some may insist these bikini photos are inappropriate even for adults, others see them as a natural extension of a woman who refuses to be controlled by outdated standards. And as long as those two perspectives exist side by side, the conversation will continue, loud, divided, and impossible to ignore.